The village of Jefferson was founded in 1803, and its first book-lending institution appeared just over a decade later. The first library in Jefferson began in 1817, though it was not a public library, as patrons paid a fee to borrow books. The selection of this first library was largely historical, with a provision that nothing profane be added to the collection. In 1847, the Jefferson Library Association reorganized in compliance with a statute passed March 11, 1845, titled An Act to Regulate Literary and Other Societies. Walter Strong was the chair of the association, and C.S. Simmons was the appointed clerk. At this time, the Library Association required a $10 fee to join, the equivalent of approximately $330 today. In the 1880s, select members of the Jefferson Nonpartisan Women's Christian Temperance Union, including H.B. Woodbury, W.P. Howland, and B.J. Loomis, campaigned successfully for a free public library. In 1883, the Citizens Library, located in a room on the lower floor of the town hall, was recognized as an official entity. The books of the Jefferson Library Association were transferred to the Citizens Library. Fundraising for the library took the form of numerous plays, concerts, dinners, and ice cream festivals. In 1885, the library purchased 176 books for $145, with 332 patrons drawing from the collection. By 1887, that number had grown, and the library had 687 books in its collection. In 1901, the Citizens Library felt it had outgrown its allotted room in the town hall and joined with the fire company to erect the new fire hall building on the square, where it stayed for another 71 years. By the mid-1960s, the library's collection had grown to over 13,000 books, and the members of the board had long been hoping to move to a new library building to meet the needs of patrons. When Lloyd C. Henderson passed away in 1968, his estate, worth almost $250,000, went to his sister Ora, with the stipulation that should she turn down the inheritance, it would in turn be donated to the Citizens Public Library Association. Ora Henderson renounced her claim to Lloyd's estate and transferred the assets, including portions of land in Kansas, to the Citizens Library. Shortly following this turn of events, the Citizens Library officially changed its name to the Henderson Memorial Public Library. This sudden increase in funds allowed for the construction of a new library building, the location of which was secured by donations from Mrs. Ida Goldberg McKinney, whose sale of a section of land on the corner of Satin and Chestnut Street allowed for the purchase of property owned by Wade W. Woodbury, a Jefferson attorney, whose house once occupied the site of the current library building. The colonial revival-esque library building was designed by architects Wachter and McClelland of Warren, Ohio. After years of planning and subsequent construction, the new library building, built as a memorial to the parents of Lloyd and Ora Henderson, was officially dedicated on November 1, 1972. The library's opening was met with excitement in the community, and over 250 individuals attended the library's open house. The new building allowed for a steady increase in the size of the library's collection, and more patrons frequented the library to make use of it. Over the next few decades, HMPL grew and changed with the times, expanding their services to include audiovisual collections and eventually computer usage and internet access. In 2013, HMPL joined CleveNet, a library consortium with over 40 other libraries across Northeast Ohio. Today, the library continues to thrive thanks to the support of many patrons and individuals with a passion for the library.